So we're going to be working on triceps today. When it comes to teaching, that is one of the things that I don't know, probably 90% of people walk up to me and they shake their wings and go, how do I get rid of these? So we work on them all the time, up a little higher if the shoulders will permit, just moving through joints, and then turn the palms in and start to pump up and down. And if you want to add a little squat, there you go, just a little something. I love gravity. You know, gravity goes, pull against me. I will be your friend and your enemy. I'm like, yes. So we're just pumping up and down. We got 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. And then right arm only swings back and forth. Hi ho, hi ho. Off to workout we go. Nice. So pinky side is high here. We're going to start activating that tricep muscle. If I turn my thumb up, you know, you could try it. Turn your thumb up, then turn your thumb down. We got 1 more of these, and then it's the other side. And then we're going to swing and out and swing and out. Just rebooting that cardiovascular system at the same time. Gorgeous. My favorite word. You know, funny, I really only kind of say that to you guys. We got 1 more. Swing it out. Swing it in, and then we're going to start pumping down and pull up. And if it doesn't feel right and it doesn't seem to look right, don't worry about it. So if you had to pick up a fuzzy dog, pick up a fuzzy dog, pick up a fuzzy dog. There you go. That's it. Pulling, getting that upper back to start paying attention, or as my daughter used to say, paying detention. Oh, hold on. Hey, mother dearest, can you hit the microphone button and mute yourself? All right. Beautiful. And then march it out. All right. Da, da, da. Let me go hit the mute button because I know what's happening. Hold on. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. There you go. And ta-da. All right. Senior Zoom. Okay, we're going to take those arms and we're going to put them up in front, and then that right leg is going to pump up and over. So it's going to rise and come across, rise, come out. So it's a little bit of balance in the middle. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, we're going to call this one number 3. Whoa, good. 4, 5. So this is hip stabilization. Fighting osteoporosis here. Nice, strong hips. 7, 8. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to something. 9. 1 more, and then the other leg gets a shot at it. Walk it out. Okay, nice. All right, so we've got that ankle strengthener, we've got that hip strengthener there, and then we've got a balance aspect, and we've got the movement. It's like the quadfecta of workout movements. Awesome. All right, ready for the other side? All right, arms come up, left leg rises, touches across, rises, touches out. All right. Call this one number 1, since we had to test the first one. This is 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you can't get out of here without at least a little bit of legs. 9, last one, up over and back and up and out. And then march it. Okay. So grab up a small set of weights. We're going to go ahead and warm that tricep area up. Ba-ba. All right. Beautiful. So kind of like you're going to take a shirt off. So, you know, don't do it. Not unless you're alone and your camera's off. But this is one of those things we get used to being able to do. Like if anybody ever had a cast or a splint on one arm, and then you're suddenly having to try to figure out how to get clothes on and off, it's an independence thing. So we're going to take these weights, come across the body. We're going to lift up and in, and then one's going to drop across to one cheek, the other cheek, and then back down and into the shirt tail we go. There we go. All right. Up and out. Drop it across and lift. Drop it across and lift. Back down and in. Lots of rotational movement. Here we go. 2. Drop. Drop. And down. And up. Mind the knuckles. Drop 1. Drop 2. And in. This here is, oh, we'll call this 4. I don't know. I'm just making sure nobody's like whew, catching their knuckles on it. And drop up, out, and out, down. All right. Big motion here. 6, drop, squeeze, and in. 7, take it over, and down. If you want to add a big squat, add a big squat. 8, 8, yes, yes. All right, get it in there, getting those shoulders all warmed up. And then number 10, nice. This would be a fun way to answer the phone, wouldn't it? And bring it down. All right, so now we've got the squat position. All right, pinky side up. I'm going to come closer. Pinky side up so that the back of that arm squeezes. Shoulder blades are together. That extra belly button is in there. It's like, oh, I have double chin. It's like I have double belly button these days. All right, take that pinky side, go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if anybody needs to do the robot, you know. Okay, so lift it up and in. We're going to lift one knee, maybe leave the toe on the floor. We're going to take the right arm and send it up. So the right foot is planted. The left knee is lifted. Turn your fingertips forward. Drop across. And you could always come out like this if you want to work the delt or leave it in. Lift toward the ceiling. 1, squeeze that tricep. 2, oh yeah, multitask big time today. 3, 4, 5, squeeze it. 5, 4, come on, big smiles. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, bring it down and in. Put that foot down. Give me 25 little hip narrow squats. Punch it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 10, 9, beautiful, 8, 7, collarbones high, 6, 5, 4, 3, super people, 2, dun, 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 1, superhero hips, and step it out. Nice. Isn't it a blessing to be somewhat coordinated? I mean, even if you can perform more than one of those motions at the same time, what a blessing. Holy cow. There we go. All right, are we ready for the other side? Oh, it's going to be so fun. Okay, step those feet together. Find yourself nice and strong because this is wobbly left foot. But we're going to intentionally love on it so that the wobble is just part of our humanity. Gorgeous. Left arm punches up. Fingers turn forward, drop to the ear, and press up. 1. Squeeze. 2. 3. Good. 4. 5. 6. Slow. 7. 8. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. 9. And 10. Bring it down. Put it down. All right. These knuckles are going to press up and out, and then press across. Up and out, and across. If you want to go up a little bit in weight, say you're holding 2s, and you want to go to 3s or 4s, switch them out. Go ahead and do that if you want to. So we're Xing it out. There. Squeeze those buns when you come up. Squeeze those buns. Not anybody else's. Only your own. Only your own. Yes. One more after this. Down and in. Up and out. Nice. Grab some water if you want it. I'm going to go up in weight just a little bit. And then, just pedal those feet. Enjoy that increased heart rate. A little glisten to the skin. Listen, my skin has a glisten. Oh, we could do Dr. Seuss poetry. Well, personally, I'm a Shel Silverstein kind of person. Silverstein. I know one of you can absolutely tell me the truth on that. Actually, several of you looking at your faces. Okay. Ready for the back side? Here we go. I'm going to turn sideways. You don't have to. I'm going to turn sideways so we can see. And I'm going to come a little closer. Get a little closer. Boy, I'm a product of 90s television, aren't I? Okay. So I'm going to come down here, pull up and back. All right. So nice flat back. I talk about that all the time. And it's because I still see this. So being very aware of the shoulder blades. There we go. Pull up and in. And then just one at a time, we're going to kick them back. Here we go. 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and 5. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Let it slide down to where we get those pants up and over the hips, and then bring it back up again. Extend both back. And hold. All right. See what this does in the mid-back. The slow thing that's going to happen is the weights are going to start to fight gravity and they're going to start to come down. But we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it in and up. Press it up, punching one at a time. Morning. And 1, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, and 4, and 4. 5. Woo! 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. They'll open up and do it again. Punch it up one at a time. I'm going to plant my feet. 1 and 1. Try to keep that upper body from rocking. Just use that shoulder cap. 3 and 3. If the shoulders are painful today, do bicep curls. 5, 6, and 6, 7, and 7, 8, and 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Close the book, bring it down, turn the toes out, heels out, toes out, nice and wide, shift in those hips. Decide if this is safe. All right, so if you tripped and slipped the other day and something's got a little twinge, then come back in and just go hip width or wider. All right, so take those weights down in front. And then we're gonna drop down into a squat, pull one elbow up, put it down, and then the other. There we go. So triceps aren't just about hitting that little smiley muscle on the back. It's about sculpting the entire backside of the arm and the shoulder. 3 and 3. The squats are just extra. 4 and 4. Gotta burn the calories, right? 5 and 5. Nothing fires off combustion in the body like quads. Yes, 7 and 7. Nicely done. 8 and 8. 9 and 9. 10 and 10. Now, both at the same time, pull up and back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and down we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Attention in the belly button. 5, attention in the belly button. 6, squeeze the buns too. 7, 8, you look wonderful. 9 and 10. It comes down on the hips, toes, heels, toes, heels. Very nicely done. Okay, shoulder issues. You guys are gonna come out back, okay? Not shoulder issues. I'm gonna double my weights up in the right hand. I'm gonna plant and bend and have my tailbone down at the floor. Because if I come forward in this, I could lose momentum at some point and those weights could swing down and nobody wants to hit the outside of the jaw or the temple area. So tailbone down, that's gonna keep my spine straight up and down, which is gonna keep my mechanics in my shoulder in a proper region. I like to hold here though, even though. So I got my guard hand up. I'm gonna punch up, turn my palm and fingers forward, drop to the ear, squeeze it up. 1, yes, 2, 3, 4, squeeze. 5, 6, 7, yes, 8, 9, and 10. Curl it in, bring it down, step together, bring a cap hand up so that you have something to guard with here. Bent knees, send it out back. Tricep squeeze, same arm. 1, yes, a 2, and a 3. You guys are so fun. 4, 5. I don't know what we're gonna do if we ever go back into person. 6. I mean, we had a taste of it. 7, 8, 9, last one. 10, look at those good muscles. Bring it in. All right, into the chest, little oblique squeezes. Bend in the knees, go right 10 times. 1, center. 2, 3, center. 4, 5, 6, squeeze it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. Both weights, left hand this time. All right. Plant. Guard hand up on the right side. A little bend to the knees. Drop the tailbone, pull the belly button in so that spine doesn't wiggle. Yep. Pull it up and in, punch it up, palm forward, drop it across. There we go. 1, squeeze that tricep. 2, 3, 4, stay nice and tall. 5, if you need to sit down, absolutely sit down. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Turn it, pull it down and in, cap it off at the front, elbow up and back, flat back, belly button in, extend it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ba, 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 ba. Obliques again. All right. Except this time it's going to be a turn, squeeze, squeeze, back center. So it's kind of like hitting the brakes, just a little brake check. You're like, oh, I'm going to roll through the stop sign. Oh, there's somebody coming, right? All right. Right side. Squeeze, squeeze, center. Squeeze, squeeze, center. 3, center. 4, center. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze, squeeze, center. Other side. Yes. Go. 1, squeeze, squeeze. 2, squeeze, squeeze. 3, squeeze, squeeze. 4, squeeze, squeeze. 5, squeeze, squeeze. 6, squeeze, squeeze. 7, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 9, and 10. Gorgeous. All right. Down and in. You know, I'm sitting here counting and I'm like, what's the important part in all of this? And then I look at your faces and I look at your squares. And even though your square might just have your name in it, you know, I can close my eyes and envision your face and your smile. And I could see you guys, you know, and we wouldn't have been doing this so long if you weren't such an amazing group of people before, during, and now post. And I appreciate you. I really, really do. You've done a lot for my mental health in the last year. I think we're all in the same space in that, but I really do appreciate you. Just, I don't know, it struck me I needed to say that. Knuckles forward. We're going to try to do that. Squeeze out. Okay. So into the ribs and squeeze it out. 1, 2, 3. It's good to be with people that you admire. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Nice. Down we go. Awesome. Last bit into the legs. All right. So weights down or not. If you have hip issues, just step out and step in and get that cardio work. However, if you want to tuck in, come out, squat, and bring it up with a good powerful push, right leg only, you know how to modify. Here we go. 1 squat, push together. 2. I find these are really effective. 3, 4, 5. The following day after doing these is when I notice the soreness the most. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Gotten a lot of squats in and we didn't even know it. See, Oh, snuck them in. Other side, last bit. Here we go. 1, push. You wanted to jump, you could jump. 2, 3. Notice I didn't even take me up on that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, push. 9. Last one. Ooh, heart rate's going way up. Sweet. All right. Weights go down. Grab water. It's 9 on the dot. We have hit that movement moment where we put things out of purview and go into the next portion. If you want to have a chair handy, because we will move down onto the floor, if you want to have a strap handy, because hamstrings have gotten tight in the last year or, all the years. Everybody needs something to work on, right? Very nicely done. I love watching you guys because you're very methodical about what you do. Where are my arms? Where am I in my body space? Where is my body in this space and plane? And then for those that are working through things, I love to watch you modify. It's a beautiful thing to see. Putting the ego away and going, not today. It's a tough thing to do. All right. Feet come stand side by side. Shoulder blades up and back. And then let the breath start to fill. And as it does, use the leg, the right leg, as a pump. Breathe that thigh up and then slowly put it down. Reestablish center each time. Shift, right leg rises, inhale, lift, and put it down. Inhale, lift, and put it down. We're still doing leg exercises here. We're still working through this core, but now the focus of the energy is different. Put it down, step a little wide, and just be with the energy that's there. And where are you radiating out from the most? Are you in the head? You got things to do today, got to get this out? Or are you in your heart? Heart and head can go together about what we have to do, but can we align them? Walk the feet a little closer together. The left leg's time. The breath brings the left leg up. Breathe in. If you need to hold on to something, breathe out. Do so. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pause. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pause. Let's give it one more. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pause. There goes the energy. This time, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. I'm going to breathe the right leg up. So next inhale brings the right leg up. Hold for one full breath. Squeeze that left glute. And when the next breath comes out, step it slightly out behind. Turn the palms out and touch the fingertips out and up at about a 45-degree angle-ish. So you're pushing out. Inhale. Exhale, sweep those arms back. See if you can plug the fingertips in out behind. Maybe make a little triangle, like a little diamond, not triangle, a diamond back there. Rolling that chest open, stretching through that shoulder cap. And then out front one more time. See if you can really press into that calf back there. And then walk the hands down the leg wherever it needs to go. So pyramid pose. Challenges the hamstrings. When we challenge the hamstrings, what happens to the heart space? Does the heart space get lost? If I need a chair for modification, chair for modification. Can I breathe the breath through the heart into a really stretched hamstring? Or do I get lost in the Breathe in, breathe out. Roll that body up. Sweep the hands up overhead, palms facing each other. We're going to try to lift that right knee forward and up again. Nice and slow. Slide it through. Lift. Full breath in and out. Then put that foot down. Nice. Hands come to heart. So we have this interesting hybrid class. Working, muscles, 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 big smiles, moving around. Oh, can we move in and down? Yeah, of course you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Let those hands come out. We're gonna breathe that left knee up. Hands can stay low or hands can go high. That's up to you. That breath, that second breath as it sneaks out, step back. Turn those palms out and press so that you get a little length out of that Achilles, a little length out of soleus. Take those fingertips, slide them back. See if you can make that diamond behind the back. Woo. Oh, this side's interesting. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sweep back forward, palms out if you can. Really push away an imaginary wall so that you firm up through that spine. And then the hands come down, walk down that leg or into the back of a chair, the seat of a chair as need be. So front leg. If I've got painful knees and I slam that joint open, then I've just got bone on bone or cartilage on cartilage. If I've got arthritic knees, holy smokes, they're going to be upset. But if I were to bend and hinge it just a little, I could actually build the muscle around the joint. Build the muscle. Yes, fights osteoporosis. Beautiful. Walk those hands up. Sweep up. Here we go. Slide that back leg up and through. Try to check in with the shoulders with this breath to make sure the shoulders aren't hanging from the ears. Inhale, exhale, foot comes down. Prayer position, 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Breathe it in. Exhale, hands down. Sweep out and up. Right knee rises. Breathe it up and in. Exhale, step it a little further back this time. And then let the right arm scissor open and face one side of the mat. So now I'm planted differently and I actually have to turn through my hips a little. If I need to unhinge that back knee, unhinge the back knee, and then watch yourself in your square, because I realized I was like, whoa, like I was falling off of a mountain. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right hand scissors forward. We reach up. And then opposite side. Left arm sweeps back and we rotate over these pyramid legs. Find the breath. Make this yours. Sweep that left arm up. Bend that front knee. And then just lift the back heel and then plant it down. Lift and plant. Lift and plant. And now that it's glued in, because maybe you had to step it in a few times or you lengthened back, bring those prayer hands up. And then up to you. You could turn open side and hold, or you could go closed side and then hook that elbow, open the arms up, or even take the bind. I'm simply going to just turn to the closed side where it takes my organs in here and just gives them a nice gentle squeeze. Fill the lungs, all 5 lobes. Come back, center, arms shoot up, knee slides up, dun, 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 dun. And then step it down, prayer hands. Nice. Bring it all into center. Where is center today? Sometimes it's like I need to reach out and grab it and pull it back in. The next breath comes in. As it leaves, the hands slide down. As it comes in, that left knee slides up. And then we take that leg, plant it out back as best as we can. Once you're established with that calf stretch back there, let that left arm sweep forward, level the arms. So this is that oblique exercise, yoga. But when we squeeze, 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 this is essentially the same thing, but it's a hold instead. So this is time under tension to fight osteoporosis. My bones need time under the tension of my muscles pulling on them to do the chemical reaction. Sweep up, other side, the chemical reaction, which then calls in the calcium. It calls in the phosphorus and says, here, bond these bones, patch them up. Holding, squeezing, loving our skeleton. Big breath. Sweep it up and forward. Bend that knee. Hold there. Lift, heel, and down. If the arms have had enough, come to prayer. And down. One more lift. Lift it. Press it. Yes. And then prayer, choosing open side with a lifted quad, or closed side, or going full on and in with the rotation. I'm going to choose the closed twist so that my colon gets a nice squeeze and my spine gets the work it needs. Breath in, breath out. Forward, hands shoot up, knee slides up and forward. And then put that foot down. Beautifully done. Hands to hips, wider step, hula hoop. Yes. So it's good to work this region because energetically and yogically, I've got 3 energy centers in here. These are where most people tend to work from all the time. So to squeeze the excess energy out of there, pause, is a great thing. Helps realign, helps with the bowels, helps squeeze those kidneys, all the good stuff. The hula hooping helps wind the energy. And smooth it out. Breathe in. Breathe out, stand up nice and tall. All right, bring those feet back together. So ankle strength is one of those things we're working on today too. Hands in prayer. Love to work on some tree and some Udita Hastasana. Breathe in, breathe out, hands down. So I'm going to turn around. I know at least one of us is directionally challenged. You would be my people. We're going to lift that right knee, okay? Turn it out and see whether it wants to hover or whether it wants to plug in. Grab onto what you got to grab onto. Here's the thing. This is not a handle with the heel and the inside of that knee. If you've had any knee damage, that could cause you to fold the joint. If you want to go way up and in, you know how to do that. If you're going to be way down here with the toe down, lift the arms as need be. Make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible. Big breath in. Big breath out. So then level the arms, lift that knee as best you can out to the side. And then choices here. If you want to kick out and hover, very nice. If you can reach the foot and you can kick out and hold, beautiful. If you have a strap or you just want to step out a little wider or come forward, up to you. If you go, oh, nice and strong. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Step across the back. Give yourself a big bow. Ta-da! And then gather up some of that earth energy. Prayer position in the middle. Yes. So in a lot of the conversations I've had in the last year, it's been tough to play. Creative energy has not wanted to flow. So let's play with the yoga. You guys normally do. It's good. Breathe in. Hands come down. Nice. I'm going to take that knee, shift it out, lift it, test the hip. Maybe I want to stay right here. Maybe I want to bring it in, depending on who you are and where you are. Squeeze that right glute, get those shoulders stacked over that pelvis. Yes. Take root, sacral, and solar plexus energy. Lift it with the arms. Beautiful. Rising up. Then that left knee sweeps up and out. If you want to level the legs, level the legs. There's so much squeeze going on in here. If you're simply out here at the toe, rise like you could hover over the floor. You might not be able to, but you want to lift so much through spine space that maybe this time you could levitate. Breathe in, breathe out, step across the back, boom, big bow. Right into those quads, and then sweep up, prayer. Nice. Breath comes in, fill all 5 lobes. Exhale, squeeze it all out of those lungs. Sweep up, forward fold of choice. So to the knees, to the shins, the feet, the floor, or the back of the chair. If you're down here and you're already established wherever you are, pedal those knees, become the thighs, pedal and pedal. And maybe you want to play with it a little more. So what I see a lot of people do is they lift the heels. Awesome. What happens if you lift the balls of the feet instead? Whoa, that intensifies things, right? So if I'm here and I lift the ball of the foot, now I'm stretching Achilles. I'm stretching plantar space. Anybody that's had plantar fasciitis knows that's a hard place to get into. Lift the right toes as best you can. If you want to reach down and grab those toes with the right hand, you can do so. Anybody that really wants to get it, peace fingers in between the toes, knees bend, lift Udita Hastasana or Hastasana A out front. Anybody that's not going there, just keep breathing into that toe pull. There you go. Inhale. Exhale. And then put that foot down. Forward fold, full forward fold with both feet on the floor. There you go. All right. Left toes lift. Left toes. Those are my left toes. What does this do to the energy in my body? It's like, okay, I'm thinking. I've got that manamaya kosha going. I'm affecting my food body, that anamaya kosha. But if I want to go and I want to lift that leg, then I've got to bring all of my energy into it, lifting up, straightening out. And that's my pranamaya kosha. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Nice extended stretch here. Exhale, put that foot down, full forward fold. Nicely played. One little warrior posture here. Take that foot, right foot, step it back, sweep up. Find the sky and pull it down with big moose antlers. So what that does is it squeezes the shoulder blade region together. And then I've got to hollow out my belly just a little. Maybe it's not going to go anywhere, but hollow the energy out, giving that ground energy space to move up and through the body cavity. Breathe in, breathe out, dive back into folded body. Knees bend, left foot steps back. We reach up, really extend, pull that sky down. So we've got earth energy in the feet. We've got heaven energy in the head. And we meet in this very human energy in the thoracic region. Big breath, shoulder blades together, activating upper body and lower body. And then dive back in toward the toes and decide, are you moving into a chair, onto a bolster, or down onto the floor? Knees bend, move into wherever it is that you need to go. Yes. We're going to take that left leg. If you're in a chair, simply kick the left leg out or bend the knee and put the right ankle on top of that left thigh. If we're on the floor, we're going to flex that left foot. And that right ankle is going to sit on top. Now, if you've had a loss in muscle density due to age or injury, something along those lines, that really bony ankle can dig into the top area of this. So you may have to come across a little more or put that foot on the inside of the thigh. So it just is. That's it. It just is. I read a chart the other day about vibrational freedom and enlightenment, and its explanation was isness. It's just isness. Lift the arms up, no matter where you is, and then sweep forward. Come to the shin, come to the foot. With the ankle folded up on the thigh, this is going to be a little more taxing. So pull into the energy of the movement. And then bring in that jnana maya kosha, that wisdom body, because maybe I need to back off. We don't want to break the body trying to get to isness. Pull up and in, lift up, lean back, shoulder blades on the back of the chair. If you're in a chair, lift this leg. Oh, yes. Anybody remember the Kool-Aid Man commercials? Oh, yeah. Shaking and shaking and shaking. Put that leg down. Slightly widen the legs in a chair. Just dig your feet into the floor. Reach up one more time. And so it's not a super wide forward fold. It's just enough not to over pull on the sacrum region. It's a little more compassionate on the lower back. And if you can, depending on who you are, you could reach to the outside edges of the feet. You could come around the inside to the heels. Up to you. You could do, what was that, Olin Mills with the fist? Oh, the 80s. We all survived it. Breathe in, roll up. Find the breath. Find the ability to let that energy move through the core. And then gather that left leg up. Find the top of the thigh, even in a chair, same thing. Flexing the foot or putting it flat on the floor. Lifting up and diving in. Oh, my wisdom body, my jnana maya kosha says, oh. Joy, joy, joy. You see, the roots of joy are in the second chakra, because that's where feelings are. But sometimes it gets mixed up. So then it's like, oh, it's in the third chakra. Oh, yes, you can start to feel it fizz. Breathe in, breathe out. But then we go and we steal the joy a little bit and we lift the leg and we shake the body. So sliding up and in. But, you know, can you dig for the joy when holding? Can you breathe around what's going on? Oh, the shaking. It's like, whoo, breathe in. Breathe out, put that foot down, slightly widen that stance and fold in. And maybe this time, maybe the forearms march down the shins. Or if you're in a chair, grab a strap and go across one foot or both and just lengthen. You could walk and march those forearms and see how far the elbows can get toward the feet. I was quite convinced at one point in my yogic journey that I was going to be able to get my elbows on my toes at some point. I'm not sure it's anatomically possible. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left hand is going to grab that shin. Right arm is going to spin up. And then tuck that right arm under the left armpit and let that elbow come to rest on that left thigh. If you need to bring the feet and put them together and then just rest the wrist while you open up so that you can get away from the hamstrings, yeah, you could do that too. Yes. Opening. Feed the body. Once you can feed the body efficiently, feed the mind. When you feed the mind, check in with the energy. Feed the energy. Breathe in, come through center. Let that arm land. Let the other arm land. Then the hand is going to open up to the left. Feel that little lower back, that little tiny stretch through that sacral region. Then dive that arm in through the opposite thigh. And then when you're ready to open up, open up. But so once we check in with the body and the mind and the energy, check through wisdom. What's wisdom telling us? And then check with high self. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come to prayer in the front. Walk those feet even wider. We're almost there, I promise. Let the body shift. So if you've had enough in the hips, move up into a chair. Plant the feet on the floor and put the hands on the thighs. And use this as a way to loosen the lower back instead of moving through hamstring space again. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks. I've done all the things to try to get away from these hamstrings over the course of, wow, 18 years? Oh, really? Well, yeah, count up your yoga time. Oh. It's like yesterday. Slide to the right. Open up to the left. Open hip energy. Grab toe energy. Grab a strap. But here's the work. Even if the hand goes to the hip, heart space. Because this is the root of the humanity. I just turned and looked, and the neighbor's cat is investigating the door. Like, I almost said catmanity. Here's the root of your humanity. But then we temper it with energy of the heart. Breathe in, breathe out, come center, turn with prayer hands toward that toe and just hold. Twisted energy, reorganizing. Breath pulls up from tailbone to the crown of the head. Turn forward, left hand drops. Press open. Get the hamstring at the same time, or the groin space. Because if you're in a chair, this is a groin space exercise. So you've got a sartorius muscle that moves up the inside of this leg, and it's actually not easy to stretch. So if you're in a chair, you could actually kind of get into that just a little. Hand at the hip if you need to. Get into your catmanity. Lift up, center, turn in toward the left foot, and just hold. Check in with the feet. I caught my left foot wandering, trying to get away from the hamstring. Inhale, toes pointed toward the ceiling. And release. Legs pull up and in. Either happy baby on your back or balancing happy baby. Whatever's going to make you happy. If you're in a chair, maybe one leg at a time. Or you can do happy baby in a chair. Just make sure it doesn't have wheels on it. You could extend, but that's more hamstring. Ooh, I almost fell down. Double legs, all in. But whatever you do, so play. Yes, gotta play. Grab the backs of the legs, play there. Yeah. Hold. Play there. And then find stillness. Bring 3 breaths in. It's like, oh, yeah, I hear myself. I talk a lot while I'm teaching. Move into the stillness. And then bring the soles of the feet together, gather up the outside edges. If you're in a chair, let's do this one leg at a time. But if you rolled onto your back, gather up those edges and pull into the sternum. Because maybe not everybody wants to balance at this point in the practice. What does it feel like to have strength throughout your humanity? That strength and stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Relax into the back of the chair or roll onto the floor if you haven't done so yet. Let the legs do what they need to do. It, intuitively. Do the legs need to just tick-tock from side to side as you roll? Or if you don't want to roll onto the back, could you just tick-tock through the torso? And notice the energy becomes even more quiet. Gravity isn't causing a rise in the heart rate. And then once you find a holding space, hold there with 3 breaths. Always looking for center. And that means something different for every person. It's not something to achieve. It's kind of like this magic place that we know where it is and we can just go there. If you're ready to shift into a twist on the other side, shift into a twist on the other side. Does this particular moment have meaning? Or is it the lack thereof that helps us find center? I was talking to somebody yesterday that, I've been looking for meaning all my life. And it's become a stressor. Unwind to center. For those of you that enjoy a shoulder stand and you want to roll back and put the legs up over the top of the body, go forth, do good. For those that don't, bring one knee up and into the belly space. If you're on your back, it's called wind relieving posture. If you're in a chair, it's still wind relieving posture, but you're just upright or at an angle. Find breath. If you've got one leg pulled in, extend it out and then pull the other in. If you're in a shoulder stand, play with it. Maybe the knee needs to come to the center of the forehead for that third eye connection into that Jnanamaya Kosha, that jumping off point into the heavens. Intentionally squeezing thigh in so that energy continues to move towards center. Breath in, breath out, rolling out and down, or snuggling in with yourself. Start to stretch out long. Once you get down nice and long, or you're sitting relaxed, you may want to stretch fingertips and toes away from each other to give yourself space during your Shavasana time. Shavasana means corpse pose. So you want to be as if completely resting like a body, but not to the point that you lose consciousness on where you are. And then let the energies integrate. Once you've stretched and you've made as much space through the thoracic as you can, allow the body to start to melt. Muscles and tissues sliding down bones. Bones cracking and popping and wheezing as they slow their movements and gravity grabs on. And then find breath. I'm going to do something called box breathing, which is a beautiful thing to do when stressed or when relaxing. It's an in-breath of 4, a hold breath of 4, an out breath of 4, and a held out breath of 4. I'll walk us through not as extreme of a hold, but if you need to slow down even more and take your own count, then please do so. Or if you need to speed up. All right. Starting to really pull that energy in. Let the next breath come in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold breath. 2, 3, 4. Out breath. 2, 3, 4. Hold out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. One more round. In. 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Cleansing breath in and out. And just be with your bones. Let the next few breaths come into the best part of your humanity. That part of you that people want to gather with you because of. The way you love them, the way you honor them, the way you open the heart, just allow them safe haven. Others might not understand the way you are able to even pull in someone that others might consider an enemy, and yet you still do it. That space. Breathe into that space of you. Let the breath begin to expand the ribs and the lungs to massage the heart. Allowing your energy to really fill your thoracic space, purposeful energy. That energy that unclenches the jaw and loosens the neck. Roll the head from side to side just a little to listen to the Rice Krispies that live in there. And then beginning to shift and move in the way that makes the most sense to you. And either just stay grounded into the mat or the chair or sit up into your space. And allow the stretch of the mind and the stretch of the soul really fill your being. And as we usually do, well, most of the time, with 3 ohms or amens, shaloms, inshallahs, shantis. Breathe into the belly. Breathe in again. Third time. Exhaling out, drawing energy in just close enough so that you can manage it well for the day. Choosing who you open to and to whom you don't, if you're feeling fragile these days. Your energy is yours alone. Swaha, so it is. Namaste, and I love you all. Oh my God, so much gratitude for you guys. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.